Media Ministry, Pastor Billy Crone. Thanks
Listen
so much
up.
for being back with us so soon. It's great to see you again.
Yeah, you too, Allison. Thanks for having me on.
Listen
Absolutely.
up. Pay attention
so
to this.
what do you make of
You need to
former
pay
U.S.
attention to
intelligence
this.
official David Grush's statement at the House hearing stating that we recovered non-human remains from an alien craft?
Yeah, well, actually, if you read the Bible, this shouldn't surprise you.
Yep.
Because I think this is all part of a custom-tailored last days deception
Yes, it
to
is.
explain away the
told you
very
guys
event that God says is next on his prophetic time calendar. And that event is called the rapture of the church. And that is when God evacuates all born-again Christians, takes them off the planet before the worst time in the history of mankind is thrust upon the planet.
that
The
is
Bible calls
coming.
that time the 7-year tribulation.
coming.
So if, in fact, that event is going to happen and you're going to see millions of people disappear, and you're an
Like
enemy
nothing.
of
It
God,
could be a regular
then
day
what
and
would
they
you
just
be
start
doing?
disappearing.
You better be coming up with the best excuse you can think of to explain away why
People
all
are
of a
gonna
sudden
start
these people
disappearing.
disappeared, and specifically, and only specifically, Christians. Well, believe it or not, that's exactly what we have with the alien deception. They're called aliens. I agree with
Listen
that,
to what he
guys.
says.
They're
I told you guys this.
non-humans. But I don't agree with their assessment that there are a higher evolved race of beings from the other side of the solar system or galaxy or whatever here to help us. It's a deception.
Told you this.
They call them aliens. The Bible calls them demons.
Told
and they
you.
are right now
Told you
being
this. If you
used
watch
to
my
become
videos,
the
I
perfect
told you
excuse
this.
to explain away, hey, what happened to those people when all of a sudden they disappeared off the planet? And again, what should you expect if we're getting close to that event the Bible calls the rapture? Then you should see exactly what we're seeing in the news right now. And that is, for decades, we've known that the government and the governments around the world have completely denied any existence of aliens, alien crafts, whatever. A few years ago, you noticed that they immediately switched gears and they started saying, well, yeah, I guess there are some craft that we see out there that seem to be alien, not
Told you they were demons,
indigenous
man.
to planet
I
Earth.
told you
Now
guys
what
this.
you're seeing is the next step that you can expect. And they are now saying not only crafts, but these beings, these non-human
These
beings
beings are here, these
are in these crafts.
shape-shifting
And they're starting
is
to
here.
admit that now. And the reason why is because it's called soft disclosure.
I told you the people that's walking
predictive
around,
programming.
they're
If
not
you're going to
real
use
people.
the alien UFO thing to explain away the rapture of the church, then
They're
you have to
shape-shifting
slowly
demons.
work people up into that. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. So I'm not surprised by it because I'm convinced it's the excuse to explain away what happened to those people that disappeared.
Wow,
Wake up, bro.
fascinating stuff. And I sure hope you're right. I
Rewatch
sure
the
hope
video.
this does indicate